NVIDIA's RTX laptops are finally here, and brands are making them, brands are pushing them out. But before you buy one, before you consider purchasing one of these RTX devices for 2019, there are some things that I feel like people should be aware of. Before we go into it, I feel like we need to look at some performance metrics. These are Firestrike scores. I'll talk about frame rates later. This is kind of a relative performance between some of the GPUs for 1080p gaming. Okay, so a lot of the conversation here revolves around price. It's not the only thing here, but it is an important thing. RTX laptops are very expensive. The RTX 2060 laptops are starting at around $1,500. And it's not just the price point, it's the fact that the features that you're getting, the benefits that you're getting with these new RTX devices are not well showcased on laptop hardware. So let me explain. The screens on gaming laptops are usually 1080p screens. You have like 60Hz screens, you have 144Hz screens. Some of them this year are 240Hz screens, which is crazy fast, but they're still 1080p screens. The whole gaming laptop industry is just filled with 1080p screens, which is perfectly fine for gaming. But the problem is that RTX laptops showcase their stuff best at higher resolutions. 10 series GPUs were already awesome for 1080p gaming. Look at a GTX 1060 laptop. If you're playing Fortnite, PUBG, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, all of these are over 60 frames per second on high graphic settings at 1080p, and you can easily get higher frame rates if you want to drop it to medium or low graphic settings. And remember, this is with an $800 or $900 gaming laptop. Like, you can buy a GTX 1060 gaming laptop for $800 right now in 2019. Now you compare it to these new 20 series laptops. These are a lot more money, but the performance increase doesn't line up very nicely with the price increase. So let's take an RTX 2060 laptop as an example. So if you take last year's GS65 for $1,800 or the new GS65 for $2,100, the performance for 1080p gaming is very similar between the two. And if you go ham and get like the top of the line 2080 Max-Q, you're still stuck on a 144Hz 1080p screen. So you literally can't see the extra performance in most games. So these RTX laptops support ray tracing and DLSS. And I was able to play Battlefield 5 on ray traced graphics. And the frame rates on a 2080 Max-Q are not bad, but I still think it's way too early to pick up an RTX GPU just for ray traced graphics. I just feel like more developers need to pick up on ray traced capabilities. I feel like some of the RTX 2060 laptops are reasonably priced. I mean, they're not cheap by any means, but you're getting decent value for 1080p gaming. Anything more powerful than that, like the 2070 Max-Q and higher, those configurations feel really expensive. And until we get higher res screens or just way more ray traced games, I just don't think that RTX laptops are a good value for most people. And that's really what RTX is for, like higher resolution gaming and ray traced gaming. Without that, and that's like not really available right now in the gaming ecosystem that we have, without it, it just doesn't feel like a good fit. Last year in 2018, it kind of felt like the golden age for gaming laptops. We had 10 series GPUs, we had 6-core CPUs, we had really fast 144Hz panels, like a lot of new technologies combined together to make this like trifecta of just really good gaming laptops. And companies were competing with each other with price. It was a good time. In 2019, companies still have to make new things, they still have to sell you new things, but it doesn't mean you have to buy it, right? Like the 2018 devices are so good. And I'm not saying that RTX laptops are bad, they're really good, but last year's GTX 10 series laptops were already really good, almost to the point of being too good, because right now in 2019, there's nothing really compelling to make me say like, hey, people should be buying the RTX 20 series laptops over the 10 series laptops, especially at their current pricing. Again, not that RTX laptops are bad, but it's just, unless you have a ton of cash and you really want to be one of those like early adopters for ray traced games, I feel like 10 series gaming laptops are just such a better value. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. See you guys next time.